Hey everybody, Chris here. So tariff wars are heating up and we're seeing reaction in the markets. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and others. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You'll be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. We'll see that China has slapped a 34% tariff across the board on U.S. goods, striking back against Trump and the tariffs that he said were reciprocal tariffs to China. But not really. It was really more about trade imbalance. A lot of that news came out yesterday. We started to see the crypto market recovering last night. However, this morning, big drop, also affecting stocks. Let's get into it. Let me show you the charts on the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the Dogecoin chart, and we're just over 16 cents overnight. Dogecoin was moving up, 16.7, almost 16.8, and then we had the big dump this morning. Bounced off 16 cent support, so 16 cent is looking like a key support area now in the short term, and we will see whether on the rebound here down, whether 16 cent holds. Here's the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin now at 82.2. As I showed on my live stream yesterday afternoon, I did buy Bitcoin down here at about 81.8, 81.9. And for some reason this morning, I got up early and saw the market was up, and we thought the jobs report coming out later this morning was going to be the big thing, right? And I decided to take my profit there on my swing trade, which I did. And little did I realize in just a little bit we were going to have that big dump. So again, don't get too greedy, right? Particularly if you're doing trades, take your profit. And so I executed that pretty well. Should I have bought back in? I don't know. This may go down a little further. Again, don't get greedy too, even when you're trading, because the stock market hasn't even opened yet. And I think I'm going to wait and see when the stock market opens whether we're going to see more volatility here in Bitcoin, and it may go a little lower. And then I may try another swing trade, but we'll see. Right now, the markets are really spooked, and I don't want to, take my profit here and then just lose it all on a trade. So that's just what I'm doing overall. Let's see what's going on here. Here's China slapped 34% tariff on all goods. That will come into effect on April 10th. However, right now, the markets are spooked. We've got the S&P futures down, Dow down, NASDAQ futures down, Russell down, crude down. Gold is staying a little steady right now. And you would think, well, why isn't Bitcoin as well? But Bitcoin's still risk on, not quite in that gold category yet. But yeah, the stocks are really getting hammered again in pre-market. Again, I'm recording this before the stock market opens this morning. Join me on my live stream Friday afternoon. We always have good live streams on Fridays. Sum up the trading of the day, have a little AMA, try and have a little fun as well. Hopefully the markets rebound. We will carry all of that live on Friday afternoon. But Trump's tariff policy wipes over $1 trillion from just the Magnificent Seven. These are just the big tech stocks, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Meta. They got hit hard, particularly Apple, and Apple isn't looking good so far pre-market. So, and $1 trillion, I mean, that's pretty big. These companies rely a lot on overseas materials and labor in many cases, and you can't just replace that in the United States. So this could really signal some ongoing trouble. Trump tariff squeeze already struggling Bitcoin miners as well. So the effect that it has here in the United States is most of the mining rigs that you buy are coming from overseas, a lot in China, and the tariffs are going to pop those prices up, as well as chips as well. All of that is coming from mostly overseas into America, and those big American companies rely on that. They got to keep their miners updated because it's a competition, right? the older miners just can't keep up, and you're spending more on the energy for those miners than what you're getting in returns. So that's kind of the indirect result on Bitcoin, is through the mining. Dan Crypto says markets worldwide hitting all kinds of records not seen since the COVID crash in 2020. Is this a black swan event? Some people are saying that online. I don't know if they're doing it just to get attention, but it certainly is shaking the markets. Now, that isn't automatically your sign to knife catch, but it should surely be getting your attention and look for opportunities from the ashes once things stabilize. Do we know when things are going to stabilize? Do we know how that is going to play out? We don't. This could last a little while, so we will be watching that. Arthur Hayes says Bitcoin and gold are set to shine amid the tariff turmoil, but so far, Bitcoin is still trading much like the stock market. It is not trading on its own. We can thank ETFs and like all of that kind of trading, which I've always said, not good for crypto to have those trading vehicles, so that acting more like the stock market than its own separate thing, which we all know Bitcoin is. But because now it's all, just BlackRock and Fidelity, and that they're all into the big crypto now, and Dogecoin could also follow that when we get Dogecoin ETFs, which a lot of people are saying, hey, can't wait for those Dogecoin ETFs. And I'm just like, do we really want that? Do we really want that for Doge? Bitcoin will fail if it remains just a store of value, warns Jack Dorsey. So this is what happens, right? In the bigger picture of what cryptocurrency is, it's like, and I've been talking about this, and you guys have heard me talk about this store of value, like people just hodling. That's not what crypto was supposed to be. That's not what Satoshi envisioned for crypto, which is why I think Dogecoin is the better cryptocurrency than Bitcoin, because it is going down this path for use as eCash, digital transactions on the blockchain with proof of work mining. Dogecoin is the better Bitcoin, guys. This is how this is playing out. And that could help weather the storm of these kinds of impacts on the markets, like we're seeing with these tariffs, that Dogecoin could actually perform better than Bitcoin. Because what happens in the long run, if Bitcoin is just a store of value, pretty soon you're just not going to have trading. You're not going to have much volume in it because everyone's just hodling it. And then what happens? We don't know how that's all going to play out in the future. Trader Allen's saying, but look, if we look out in the bigger picture again, we've been seeing these triangles of trading that have happened with a drop out of the triangle. This is the third one of this bull market. So right now it's still setting up for Bitcoin to trade back up higher. However, the current market forces are not allowing that to happen. And how does this affect Doge? Well, as far as Doge is concerned, we have seen these kinds of movements before where Doge comes up, trades back down, and then bounces off a rising support line. And we could see that next move up with Doge. That would take a big catalyst, though, for that to happen with Doge. Right now, I don't see the pump happening with this kind of catalyst anytime soon. Also, Dogecoin's 16-cent support, looking right where we are right now. Is this a make or break moment for Doge? Could we see that 16-cent support? Support and resistance levels are critical in technical analysis. They define where an asset historically finds buying or selling pressure. 16-cent level for Dogecoin has proven to be a major support in previous cycles. We saw that back in 2021, meaning buyers have consistently stepped in to prevent further declines. If Doge manages to hold above 16 cents, it could signal renewed interest, confidence, and we could get that rally back up 20 cents, like I am predicting still for April. However, a break below could accelerate losses, and we could see a decline Could it be back down? Where's the next support? We've been looking at 14 cents, 12 cents, and they're saying even to 10 cents. This could all be in play. So social media right now, it's down. Negativity in the market, fear in the market, that's not great. Are we going to see an overall crypto market recovery? What's Bitcoin and ETH going to do? Are they going to gain strength, or are they going to continue to sort of fall back? And what are the macroeconomic conditions, inflation rates, interest rate decisions, broader economic factors, and particularly right now the tariffs? They impact the risk on assets like cryptocurrencies, and that's what we have right now. One other bit of news, just to let people know, the MyDoge wallet is now available again on Google Play. That news just came out overnight. So for those with Androids trying to get your MyDoge wallet, do check that out. You can now get the MyDoge wallet for your Doge, to have it so you can receive tips, send tips. Great wallet app on your phone, so do check that out. Some had said that they had abandoned it. I didn't believe that. But Dogecoin lovers have been asking what happened, so waiting to hear from the MyDoge crew. But the news is that it is now available for download on Android. So right now, pre-market, we're seeing a lot of red. Crypto had this immediate dump. So again, follow me on X at ChrisPax. This is where I keep news up to date when I'm not here on YouTube. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of Doge right now. I know a lot of negativity in the market right now. I'm still recording this pre-market before stocks open, so not quite sure. I'm expecting a lot of volatility again on a Friday morning. Probably level out during the day, and then we'll see right at market close, 4 o'clock. I'll be on live on Friday afternoon. Join me on the live. Give the video a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time.